Hello everyone, welcome to day 12 of our PRELIMS series. I am JAIN, and today we will dwell into one such area of UPSC which is mostly underestimated. And in the past 3 or 4 years, it has been a tsunami which has led to the failure of many aspirants from writing the mains. That is the CSET. So please don't take CSET lightly. It has become very important and very essential eliminating factor which UPSC is treating to eliminate the competition. And it is a harsh reality. Many good and deserving aspirants fail to qualify the CSET and fail the prelims examination and never get the opportunity to write the mains. So be prepared for CSET. Today we will be discussing what is important in CSET, how you should strategize your plan and strategy for CSET, how you should manage time during CSET examination, and how your frame of attempting questions and how your presence of mind, how your calmness is important for CSET examination. Because do remember, CSET paper happens after paper 1, GS1, and you never know how your GS paper went. We always feel that it is the worst paper. We have spoiled our attempt. Now there is no use of giving the CSET. You lose hope. You lose your determination and focus. You become panic, stress, and nervous. And in all those parameters and circumstances, we tend to spoil our GS2, that is CSET paper, and which cost us very harmly. Okay, so don't neglect CSET. If you see the PYQs, I would like to say that the basic strategy for CSET should be see the PYQs, short down the areas. If you observe minutely, there are only 10 to 12 areas, at max 15 areas from where UPSC is asking questions of mathematics and logical reasoning. That areas are fixed. Just jot them down, list them down, do practice of that questions, and try to identify which is your strength area and which is your weak area. For strengthen area, where you have your strength, where you get the options correctly, where you get your answer correctly, the concepts are clear, it's good. And identify those areas which are moderate to you and work upon those areas. If you get easy questions and moderate questions correct in mathematics, there is high probability that you will be able to clear the CSET. So just remember, CSET is qualifying in nature. CSET is of 200 marks, 80 questions. You need to get 33% of marks, that is 66.66 marks. Just remember, if you are getting above 66 marks, that means you are clearing the CSET cutoff. You don't need to score 100, you don't need to score 120 like GS1. So always keep this in mind. It is a qualifying paper, you just need to have 33% marks. So be very smart and be very selective in selecting the questions and spending your time in CSET questions. Because what happens most of the times or sometimes, as majority of us are from the engineering background, we tend to take the mathematics question on our ego. Why the answer is not coming. And that kills the precious majority of your time. And when time is killed, anxiety starts in to kick in. Anxiety becomes into stress, and then you commit silly mistakes, and that silly mistake costs you your CSET score. So be out of this vicious cycle. Be smart, be vigilant in selecting the questions. Don't spend too much time in a particular question which is appears to be difficult, or you delve into it and you are not coming into a correct answer. Just skip that question. Come to the comprehension part of one or two questions, so your frame of mind get transferred to comprehension. And when you again come to mathematics portion, you start from fresh. You don't take the baggage of that skipped question. So that is a smart strategy which I used to follow, and it's a golden advice which I will give you all of the aspirants to follow it. So now understanding the CSET paper. It tests three main areas: comprehension in English, which is around 25 to 30 questions in a passage-wise format. Okay, there is a different strategy for it. I will tell you at the end. Then quantitative aptitude and data interpretation (DI) questions, also 20-25 questions. And then logical reasoning and analytical ability, 20-25 questions. So these three are the main basic core areas. If you see the PYQs 2021, 22, and 23, specifically 23 was a killing year for CSET. CSET killed the hopes of many aspirants in 2022 and 2023. So don't let that happen in 2025 with your attempts. So be careful, be vigilant, be smart. So strategy for each section. Now we will be discussing how you will approach each and every section of the CSET examination. For comprehension, it is a basic English, but it is not a comprehension which we used to do in our schools. It is a comprehension with logical analysis. It appears to be English comprehension, but it is not like our schools where we see the words, we see the passage, and see inferences from it. Each and every word of the question is important. What is the crux of this? What is the message of this passage? What is the inference of this passage? What are the assumptions of this passage? All each and every keyword, assumption, inference, crux, summary, what is the value to infer, what is the most odd one out statement. All these important keywords are very, very important. Do read them thoroughly, specifically, analyze them, think upon them, and then mark the answer. Be very careful upon it. You can target accuracy around 70 to 75% in comprehension. It's a very good accuracy. And always follow the official answer keys of the UPSC for comprehension questions. Always follow, because the market answer key are very, very different from the UPSC's official answer key for comprehension. From that answer key only, you will get the idea what is the strategy and what is the IQ of UPSC in framing the question and what UPSC wants you in the comprehensive questions. That is very, very important. UPSC passages appears to be hard, but they are not hard. They are very tricky. Focus on what is explicitly asked in the passage. That was I was identifying with the keywords. For practice, you can solve 2 and 3 passages daily or alternative days. But be in practice with passages. Do passage of UPSC, do passage of CDS, do passage of NDA, every other questions which UPSC asks from other exams also. Don't just rely on coaching passages, because they are very different. UPSC's is very different. Previous year book is previous year questions, previous year passages are very, very important. It gives you an idea how UPSC frames the options. Now, quantitative aptitude. In quantitative aptitude, you should select the portion, identify the portion, practice upon it, master upon it, and then attempt it. For example, focus on numericals, focus on number system, focus on percentage, weight and loss, train system, river system, upward, upstream, downstream, probability, PNC, permutation and combination, allegations and mixture questions, speed and distance questions, time questions, work and time management questions, time and work questions, proportions, profit and loss, simple interest, compound interest. All these are important questions. You don't need to edit anything. Just list them down, identify them, see any YouTube reference, YouTube videos of those topics, see on the PYQs, solve the PYQs, refer to the solved PYQs if you are facing any hindrance in those questions, and then practice multiple times. See YouTube videos, solve those category of questions from any mock test or any test series of CSET. You will gain confidence. By gaining confidence, it will boost your score. It will boost your confidence in examination to attempt those questions. That is why you will overcome the fear of attempting the mathematics section, specifically those who are from humanities background. This exercise will work wonders for you. So do follow it. And if you are weak, then learn the shortcuts. There is always the shortcuts for mathematics portion that is also available in various YouTube videos. So do refer to those videos, do refer to those tricks and shortcuts for reducing time, or if you are not able to solve logically the mathematical questions, and if you are weak in mathematics question, those tricks come very, very handy. For example, most of the times if you are confused in some questions, just put the options values one by one in the question, and whichever numerical value satisfies the equation, satisfies the question theme and wordings, becomes your answer. So this reverse engineering can also be followed in mathematics questions. Okay, now for logical reasoning, practice, see the PYQs. There is dice question, there is clock question, there is calendar question. It's very easy, very logical. You just need to practice it. The cube question, which side of the cube is there? Handshakes question, number of persons that people shakes hand. So all these are logical questions. All these are inferences question. Missing the word, sequencing, odd one out, pattern identification questions. Every year they are asked, and they are very easy. Just identify them, look for the solutions, look for the strategy, look for the tricks which are used to solve those questions. CSET videos, CAT videos of those topics, and those things will become very, very crystal clear to all of us. That will help you. Resource list for CSET. There is no particular resource, and I don't suggest any resource for CSET, just the PYQs and just internet surfing through YouTube. Identify the videos, see them, learn them, practice them. See them, learn them, practice them. This is the only mantra which I can give you for CSET. For comprehension, just practice and see the PYQs, identify the pattern, identify the ideology of the UPSC, how UPSC is framing the options, and how UPSC is giving the answer, so that what is the expectation of UPSC from us in the comprehension. So, mini strategy for CSET should be revise basic mathematics, practice them, identify the areas, the subject wise, solve as many questions from the subject till then you are comfortable. Spend each and every day at least 2 hours or alternative 2.5 to 3 hours daily. Okay, then only you can get confidence in the next 10 days. Otherwise, it will be very, very hard. You will panic, you will take stress, and you will blunder in the CSET, and that can cost you highly. Okay, so don't focus on only one criteria, that is either mathematics or comprehension. You have to approach both the sections simultaneously with a positive approach. Don't rely heavily on only one portion. It will cost you. Sometimes mathematics is easy, sometimes comprehension is easy. Ultimately, you have to attempt 30 questions correct. 30 questions correct, that's a safe side. You can score 75 marks. So that is sufficient enough to clear the cutoff. Out of 80, 30 questions need to be corrected. Work on your accuracy. In mathematics and quant reasoning, around 80 to 85% accuracy. In passage, around 70% accuracy. According to your accuracy, you can optimize the number of attempts you need to do, but attempt at least 45 questions. Don't attempt less than 40 to 45 questions. Then it can be of huge risk, and you may be very vulnerable of clearing the cutoff. Attempt 45 to 50 questions. Okay. Give mock test, analyze them, identify your weak areas, identify your strengths, and work accordingly. Make plans according to your strategy, according to your weak areas, according to your SWOT analysis, your strengths and the weakness, opportunity, and timing. You need to work upon time management also. Don't give too much time on a single particular question. Have skill to identify the question which are easy, which are doable, which are direct, and then which are difficult questions. If you have able to identify them, you will give sufficient number of time to it, and you will got the answer correctly. So that is why it is very, very important to analyze the questions, how UPSC is giving that questions. PYQ analysis बहुत जरूरी होता है. And your aim should always be to score at least 90 to 100 marks in CSET. Don't ever think of scoring 70, 75 to clear the cutoff. No. Any day, 2 or 3% error will be there. You will commit silly mistakes. There is no one who will not commit silly mistakes. The main goal and target is to minimize your silly mistakes, not to eliminate it. Human error is in human psychology. We tend to make it, but we need to minimize it. What are the common mistakes people avoid? People do is they avoid the CSET. Please don't avoid CSET. Practice is the only thing which will boost your confidence and which will give you sufficient enough confidence to face the CSET challenge and to overcome it. You will not fail in CSET. That is very, very important. Another mistake is they focus only on the comprehension or only on the mathematics. No, it is wrong approach. You should follow a hybrid approach of following both, mix and match. That thing will work. What other people do is they try to attempt maximum number of questions. Out of 80, they attempt 65, 70, 75 questions by applying random guess and working on probability. Yes, probability do works, but also apply some logic and application of mind. That is very, very essential. Don't just blind your eye and mark anything like all the questions B, all the questions C. It may work on a favor, but if doesn't work, then you will cost your 1 year. Just remember, not giving sufficient amount of attention to CSET will cost you a whole year of preparation. And scoring in GS is very difficult, and scoring in CSET is easy. If you're clearing the GS cutoff and flunking the CSET cutoff, it is a disastrous approach. Just remember. So give due respect, due regard, and due time to CSET approach. Okay. Specifically solve the 2022 and 2023 paper of CSET, UPSC ka. That's very, very important. solve that paper 3 to 4 times if you are facing difficulties. It will help you. It will be much better than any other test series or mock test which you'll be able to attempt. And do see the YouTube videos, do see the tips and tricks, do follow your approach, do follow the common sense in comprehension and elimination strategy in comprehension. It works. And have a strategized plan for CSET. Don't ever ignore it. Give sufficient time and practice. Practice is the key for CSET. Just remember to optimize your score. 66 marks लाने हैं. Around 40 to 45 questions आपको attempt करने हैं. Avoid silly mistakes and maximize your opportunity by giving time to each and every section. Thank you. Jai Hind.